Should I introduce my piece?
If you want to.
Okay. The Yogurt Lady, an original oratory by Brooke. Recently, I had a life-changing experience. As was usual after school, I grabbed a yogurt from the fridge and sat on the couch to watch some tunes while completing homework. As I continued eating spoonful after spoonful, I became increasingly unhappy with the yogurt's slimy sweet flavor. Raunchy strawberry. Why does my mom always buy strawberry? At that exact moment, a Yoplait yogurt commercial came on, and that woman was eating her strawberry yogurt like it was creme brulee, fresh from Julia Child herself. My immediate thought was, what's the difference between her yogurt and mine? Then it hit me. It wasn't the yogurt, but the person eating it. I had eaten a strawberry yogurt every day for the past 2 weeks, and the woman on the commercial had most likely eaten thousands. Yet, here she was, enjoying that yogurt like it was her very first. The difference between us became quite clear. Gratitude. Gratitude is what made every taste of her yogurt a delight. Every bite, a masterpiece. And gratitude is why the Yogurt Lady became my shining life role model. She had unlocked the secret of fulfillment, savoring every bite of life. Today, we will strive to be as happy as the Yogurt Lady, by first considering the nutritional value of gratitude, then evaluating the hierarchy of ingredients, so that we too can savor the flavor of gratitude. The importance of gratitude cannot be overstated. It is the vitamin C that fuels a more contented life. In the simplest terms I can render, gratitude generates happiness. I remember one particularly unsavory weekend during the extensive speech season when all I wanted to do was go home. After a long, snow-slick journey home, walking up to my lighted porch was like sliding into a hot tub after wading in an ice pond. And at that moment, I was so incredibly grateful for my home, my family, and a home with central heating. I couldn't help but feel happy. Research backs me up on this. In the book entitled The How of Happiness, Dr. Sonia Lyubomirsky demonstrates that expressing gratitude has several benefits. In one particular study, a group of participants was asked to list 5 things that they were grateful for, once a week, for 10 weeks. Another group of participants was asked to list 5 major hassles or events that occurred in the past week. The results showed that those who expressed gratitude tended to feel more satisfied and optimistic with their lives. Their health received a boost as well. Participants reported very few ailments such as headaches, coughing, nausea, or even acne. Lyubomirsky goes on to state, gratitude is an antidote to negative emotions, a neutralizer of envy, avarice, hostility, worry, and irritation. Gratitude is the substance of life from which the steps of happiness are forged. So what are those steps to becoming as happy as the Yogurt Lady, to savoring every flavor? First things first, saying thank you. When I think about saying thank you, the first thing that comes to my mind is the old Bible tale of the 10 lepers. According to the Bible, 10 lepers approached Jesus in the streets of Jerusalem, seeking an antidote to their own illness. He tells them to up and go to the priests in the city, and only a few steps into their journey, the 10 look down to find that they are completely cleansed of the disease. Caught up in their own rejoicing, 9 of the 10 continue on without looking back towards the source of their miraculous cure. Just one leper, remembering, returns and praises Jesus for his newfound health. Perhaps watching as the other 9 fade into the distance, Jesus questions the one. Were there not 10 cleansed? But where are the 9? This begs another question. Are we as the 9 or as the one? In reality, how often do we really express our own gratitude? Just saying, thank you. I know it may seem a kindergarten answer, but really, maybe there was a good reason they taught us those magic words in kindergarten. I mean, they taught us the ABCs there too, and those have most definitely been helpful. Paradoxically, when we say thank you, it provokes more appreciation within us for what we've received, and in turn leads to greater happiness. Thank you. It's pretty easy. The second step requires a bit more thought. We must gain an awareness of just how good we've got it. According to Merriam-Webster's dictionary, gratitude means the quality of being conscious of a benefit received. Conscious. Are we unconscious if we do not realize the benefits we receive? If we are ungrateful, it is as if we are walking around in an unconscious stupor, ignorant of the blessings we have. In order to become conscious of the benefits we have, we might just need a big bucket of cold water to the face. The perfect example of such a rude awakening is the moral tale of The Prince and the Pauper by Mark Twain. The prince lives a grand and luxurious life, bountiful meals 3 times a day, a blazing fire to sit and read by, and a king-size bed to sleep in at night. One day in the streets, the prince meets his very own doppelganger, a pauper. In the spur of the moment, the boys have a genius plan and decide to switch clothes. However, by trading clothes, the two in turn trade lives. The boy from the streets is swept up into a lavish life, while the other, the prince, is dragged down into the dog-eat-dog world of the palace slums. Quickly, the haughty prince learns that those roast platters with side dishes of broccoli and tart were truly miraculous in comparison to the scraps and bread crusts found in the kingdom gutters. In the end of this tale, the two are returned to their rightful places, and although the boys' lives seem to return to normal for the most part, I can only imagine the drastic changes in the prince's outlook on life. Before the switch, he thought nothing of those 3 ambrosial meals served to him each day. Only after starving in a gutter did he miss the scent of roast wafting through the air. Only after being knocked off of his high and mighty throne was the prince able to realize and truly appreciate what he'd had. We as well tend to get caught up in what we don't have and fail to realize what we do. So wake up! Just as the participants in Lyubomirsky's experiment, take the time at the end of each day to consciously reflect on what you're grateful for. You know, like, I'm really grateful for my opposable thumbs. Being able to recognize those little blessings in our lives and appreciate every one helps us maintain a positive outlook and be happier. To fully appreciate those small good things, we need to take the last step, a step of action. We need to serve others. It might seem a little counterintuitive, but I speak from personal experience when I say that it really works. When I was younger, my dad was making his way through 8 long years of schooling, and our family often struggled to keep food in the pantries and dinner on the table every night. I remember that many times a kind neighbor or a friend from church would randomly show up to our doorstep on those dim evenings and offer us a scrumptious plate of frozen lasagna. Preferring scrambled eggs and fruit snacks, I wasn't entirely grateful for the small, greasy slice of casserole. A few years later, the tables had turned. Our family was better off, and my mom was enlisted to be a community service coordinator for our church, which meant she would now be the one cooking and delivering meals to people in need. I remember coming home from school every day and asking, "Is dinner for us tonight?" Only after countless times of attempting to help my mother prepare those meals was I able to understand just how much time and work had been put into the meals my family had received when I was younger. By participating in the kindness my mom offered to others, I was able to really appreciate what had been done for me. When we serve others, we become more grateful for what we have received, and thus happier. Though the yogurt lady herself didn't teach me these valuable lessons, I owe her a big thank you for getting me thinking, for getting me started, saying thank you, counting my blessings, and reaching out to serve others. Let's take these steps together. Steps towards savoring every flavor, towards a more grateful and happier life. Doing so has truly changed my life. Who knows? You might just see me on the next Yoplait yogurt commercial.